Good morning. Today we are going to study the topic theory of reaction rate. In that we are going to study the various types of theories. The first theory is the collision theory of the reaction rates. Then we will going to study the assumptions of these theories. Then the activated complex theories. So start with this collision theory. What is the collision? Actually, collision is a simple word. We can understand it by meaning also. Collision means attack, dashing of two different parts on each others. That is collisions. Dash, bombardment. That is the collisions. If in the language of the chemistry, if there are the two reactant molecules A and B, if they two reactant molecules are far away from each other, means there is no collision between them. Generally in the gaseous states, molecules are very apart from each other. Depends on the volume of these chambers. If it is a vast, it is largest, then the molecules are apart, very apart from each other. But when these are in the when these are in the liquid state, they are comparatively close to each other. When these liquids, when these reactant molecules A and B come close and there is a attacking, there is a dashing in between them, means two reactant molecules collides, that is the collisions between them. Then the collision is the maximum, then there is a formation of maximum products. Collision is less, then there is a formation of less reactions, reaction rate is less, and product formation is also less. So for the atom economy or product economy, there is maximum collision between the reactant molecules to acquire the maximum atom or maximum product economy. So the collision is based for the reactions. These are the collisions. Collision explained by this theory called as the collision theory. It explains the rate on the basis of the collision between the reactant molecules. It explains the rate, means by which extent these reactant molecules collides to each other. In that activated complex theory, that is transition state theory, activated complex theory having the three names. Question will be asked by three name also, sometime asked by activated complex theory, sometime asked by transition state theory, and sometime asked by theory of absolute reaction rate. Although these names are different, but the matter is the same, answer will be the same. So activated complex theory of transition state theory or the theory of the absolute reaction rate we are going to study. It is based on the thermodynamic concept. What is thermodynamic? Thermodynamic means reaction rates in the concept of the maximum product formations, not on the time consuming. It is depend upon maximum product formation, that is thermodynamic product. It is based on the concept. This theory suggests that in all chemical reactions, an activated complex is the first form as a short-lived, transient, intermediate, which then gives rise to the product. It is based on the thermodynamic concept. This theory suggests that in all the chemical reactions, an activated complex is the first form as a short-lived, transient, intermediate, which is then gives rise to the product. This concept we have studied in many reactions. When we are studying the energy profile diagram of SN1, SN2, at that time we have also studied this. In first step, there is a formation of activated complex, that is transition state formations, then the intermediate, and this transition state is the short-lived state, then the intermediate, and which gives rise to the product formations. So this all about the activated complex theory. Activated complex formations. When the activated complex form, that activated complex having the short life, means it will be fastly converting into the product, or it will be fastly come back to the reactants. The collision theory of the reaction rate. Assumptions of the or the postulates of the collision theory. According to collision theory, the molecules are treated as a rigid sphere, which describes only translational motions, because each molecule is having the different motion, some having the vibrational motion, some having the rotational motions, and some having the translational motions. According to collision theory, the molecule is considered as a rigid sphere, and rigid sphere having the translational motions. The reactant molecule may be collide for reactions to take place. It is according to collision theory, reactant molecule collide only for the reactions to take place. Then third point is the during the collision there is only an exchange. During the collision there is an only exchange of the energies, and not gain or loss of the energy of the molecule. Such a collisions are called as elastic collisions. Means that energy are exchangeable. Means one molecule gives the energy to another, another molecule gives the energy to third. When there is an exchange of the energy only takes place while collisions. But there is no gain of the energy, means while reacting the molecules, no absorption of energy from the atmosphere. So the loss of energy, not gain or loss of the energy of the molecule, such a collisions are called elastic collisions. Means elastic molecules are that molecules we having the elastic motions. When they have energy, lose the energy, means that energy given to the other parts. And non-elasticity means this type of elastic natures are shown by the atoms or molecules. It is also property, or it is assumptions of the collision theory. Next one is a number of collisions between molecule can be calculated by means of kinetic theory of gases. Means kinetic theory of gases is helpful to decide the number of collisions between the reactions, between the reactant molecules. Means how much number of collision, means collision are maximum, collision are less, or there is no collisions. Means we can decide the rate of the reactions in the how much quantities reactions are in proceedings. That can be decided by using the kinetic theory of the gases. During the collision, same molecule acquire the energy during the collisions, same molecule acquire the energy, and molecules may lose energy. Total energy remains constant. Means the same things as in the earlier assumptions. The only exchangeable takes place. Means the overall energy of the system is remains constant. Okay. So during the collision, some molecule acquire the energy, and some molecule may lose the energy, but the total energy of the systems remains constant. Means if you are considering the isolated system, in that system, in that system, no energy is exchanged with the surroundings, or no energy gained from the surroundings, and the only system having that energy exchangeable between that molecule items which are in the system only. No external involvements. At that time, the energy of the system is remains constant, means the energy remains constant in the. This is also one of the assumptions of the collision theory. Only those molecules which possess energy above a certain minimum value of activation energy will react upon the collision. Such a collisions are called as effective collisions. Means there are number of molecules in the systems. For example, consider the 100 molecules are there. Out of the 100 molecules, 50 molecules are having the energy, means having the sufficient potential to react. That molecules react. That molecule collides with another molecules, and if remaining 50 molecules having no energy or less energy, they are not in the position to collide with the other, then that 50% is the effective collisions. That 50% is the effective collision. For effective collision, molecule must be suitably oriented. For effective collision, molecule must be suitably oriented, because if there are attacking point, receiving point, okay, that are in the proper orientations, then only there is a formation of the product, and there is only formation of collisions. So that orientation is the most important. If there is a proper orientation between the molecules, then there is a proper collision between that molecules. So the orientation is also important in case of the assumptions of the collision theory. When the molecule takes part in the effective collisions, a rearrangement of bond takes place in the reactant molecules, resulting informations of the reaction is directly proportional to the number of collisions per unit volume per unit times. Means the effective collisions directly proportional to the number of collision per unit per times, per unit per volume per times. Means particular in the volumes, maximum number of molecules collides, that directly give to the effective collisions, and means the maximum collision of the reaction. This is all about the collision theories, assumptions of the collision theories. Question asked many times on this collision, assumption of postulates of the collision theories. This is the more important questions. So we'll remind it, assumptions also remind it. In the next lecture, we will discuss the applications of the collision theory, biomolecular reaction, consider the reactions. So this point we will discuss in the next lectures. So again I am given the instruction that do the regular practice of the organic chemistry. Without practice we cannot do for the organic chemistry. It is said that the organic chemistry is very easily forgotten. Means it is a volatile type of subject, so required practice. Decide your own schedule. Decide that daily 2 or 3 reactions perform 2-3 reactions practice. Do the regularly 2 or 3 reactions practice. It will be helpful to you to remind it, and you will get the confidence of the organic chemistry also. So the friends, we stop here. In the next lecture we will discuss the application of the collision theories. Thank you very much.